I think the Times or someone like that had an article that posited that it was the best thing that ever happened. I don't know that I'd go that far because I don't see streaming services necessarily rushing to replicate the show. I'm sure they'd all love to be in business with him. He's tremendously talented.
Comedy Central.
But think about it. So Apple had Jon Stewart, and they didn't really have the stomach for it. So Apple's probably out on Colbert. They don't want anyone who Trump is going to be at war with. Amazon, considering the turn of Bezos, I'm not sure I see them doing it, although they're more interested in news than they used to be. But for a Netflix, for an HBO, I mean, look, Colbert's got 9-10 months left to do the show. I assume he's going to want a break after it. He's been doing nightly television for 2 decades. And he's got a lot of time to figure out what he wants to do after that. And whether that's a weekly show like John Oliver did, there will be no shortage of people who want to pay for him to do what he does next.
So was it an economic decision, do you think, on the part of the network, or is it political, or both? What do you think happened there to kind of prompt this?
Definitely an economic decision at a minimum. The show loses money. We can say it's kind of classic Hollywood accounting, but there's no question that the ratings for those late night shows have gone down over the years. The advertising money has gone down. The cost is still pretty high. Colbert is highly paid. He's got a staff of a couple hundred people. Whether there's a political part of it is sort of, I think it's going to be just about impossible for us to know. They don't get the benefit of the doubt because of everything CBS has done to this point. They settled the suit with Trump, which most people thought was completely frivolous. And so most people are going to assume, you choose to get rid of this big critic right as you're trying to get this deal through. They assume there's a political motivation. We just don't have any evidence.
Your charm is guessing the future. You've got when's your panel coming up? Your huge event.
My conference is in October. You going to come?
Yeah, we'd like to come. I think we can all make that happen. Lucas Shaw, in October, you've got to define the future of a Hollywood turned upside down. What does Hollywood look like in 5 years?
That's a tough question.
Well, welcome to surveillance. You haven't been up this early. It's this is early for Lucas.
Yeah, exactly.
What does Hollywood look like in 5 years? Film and television is still the sort of the soul of the industry, but it continues to have a sort of reduced role in the broader cultural landscape. And you're seeing a lot of media companies that have to figure out how to adapt to that reality. And I don't think they really know how to do it. I wouldn't bet on them to do it because they totally whiffed for the most part, or were too late on streaming. So they're seeing the rise of video on social media. They're seeing the rise of gaming. And I don't know that those companies are the best position to take advantage of it. So I think if you're talking about like the main film and TV heart of Hollywood, it continues to get a little bit smaller every year, but still robust. Right. So that would be my prediction.
How about one of those legacy companies, Paramount, just with their deal with Skydance? What is going on there, do you think?
Well, they're going to get it done.
We've been saying that a long time.
We've been saying it a long time.
I tried to get that deal done for 25 years, and then they finally got it papered, and now we can't close it.
I think we're pretty close to it. You're right; it's been drawn out way longer than anyone anticipated, but I think it gets done. They're going to get the FCC. The last hurdle is the FCC approval. You've got David Ellison meeting with Brendan Carr. You have them canceling Stephen Colbert. You have all these things that are signaling we're close. David Ellison's telling people it'll be done soon. So,
David Ellison.
Lucas Shaw with us here, writing Screentime. I can't say enough about his work on the Hollywood industry. Okay, so I'm watching Shogun for the second time, and there's
second time.
Yeah, I watched it. It was much better the second time, actually. You get away from the shock of it. And in the background, there's like a tree. They're in the forest, and a guy's got a Vancouver Canucks T-shirt on, and it was filmed like they all film away from Hollywood, right?
Correct. That's a very big issue for Los Angeles as a city and for the entertainment business. Give us some color on that right now. It's Sunset Boulevard. You're hoping to get lunch at the Sunset Tower Hotel. You can't because nobody's in town because they're in Toronto, Georgia, Vancouver, the rest of it. So to put it in perspective, so when we had the fires in Los Angeles in January, right, devastating moment for the city, and a lot of people were wondering, how is this affecting production, film and TV? I called around to all the different companies. I don't think there was a single movie shooting in Los Angeles at that time.
Wow.
Now, granted, January, top of the year, maybe not as active as it would normally be, but the big movies They shoot in Atlanta, they shoot in Vancouver, they shoot in London, they shoot somewhere else. And for a lot of the big TV shows, that's true here. New York has done a good job of lowering production here with incentives. There's a big push in California, and they have increased the tax incentives for production there. But you talk to the Ted Sarandos, David Zaslavs of the world, and they'll tell you it's still not enough for them to relocate, the big productions.